What's your international student experience? Okay, sorry.
Okay, so we do like a 3, 2, 1, and then we have to do like a clap. It has to be on beat. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So hi everyone, welcome back to episode 6 of the Freudian Slip. Woo! So today, the topic is, international students, or just like the experience of students either. Oh, let me start again. So today, the topic is about. We'll just talk about experiences of students studying internationally or out of state. Is there anyone studying out of state here? Okay, cool. So whether it is like culture shock, homesickness, identity crises, or like the weirdest things that you guys had to get used to, we'll get into all of those. Yeah. So. Oh, but first, we have a lot of new faces this episode, so let's just quickly introduce ourselves. So we'll go name, year, degree. No, fuck degree. Name, year, pronouns. Yeah.
Okay, I guess Max. I guess I'll go first. I'm Logan. I'm a second year, and my pronouns are he/him.
Hello, I'm Hannah. I'm a second year. My pronouns are she/her.
I'm Yolanda. I'm a second year. My pronouns are she, her.
You guys already know who I am.
I'm Warissa. I'm a second year. My pronouns are she, her.
I'm Danny. I'm also a second year, and my pronouns are also she, her.
I'm podcast Unk. I've been here before. I'm Hyunsu. I'm a first year. She, they.
A seasoned veteran. Okay, I'll first start by asking you guys, how you guys relate to today's topic. Like, why are you guys even on? Like, where do you come from? Or like, where did you where did you come from, or where did you go? Yeah, so Logan.
Okay, I guess my justification for being here is I lived in Hong Kong for 6 years, and I did all of high school in Hong Kong, and then I came to Sydney for university.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I begged really hard to be on this podcast.
So you're not even an international student.
Well, I came here when I was 5. Does that
Okay.
count?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. I moved to Australia when I was 10 years old to come do year 5 here, and then Sydney, everything afterwards. But before I was doing primary school, I did kindergarten in China.
Nice. How about you guys?
I grew up on the Gold Coast in Queensland. Then my family moved to Brisbane, where I did high school, and now I'm in Sydney for uni.
So I've been abroad my whole life. I first spent like the first 4 or 5 years of my life in Hong Kong, and then the rest of my life in Thailand, and now I'm here, even though technically I'm an Australian citizen. So yeah, surprise.
I'm here for moral support.
Yeah, so needed.
Okay, so I'll start by next asking like the pre-departure questions. So like before you left, or like before you came here. So first, what made you guys want to choose to leave your area, whatever your main area was, for wherever you went to? Yeah.
Okay. It kind of wasn't a choice for me. Like, I moved to Hong Kong because my family had work there, and then I got dragged back here because my family didn't have work there anymore. So yeah, it's kind of like I just had to go where they were going, and I wasn't really optional.
So it was like your family's decision,
So
basically. Okay.
yeah, my dad had a job.
Ah, okay.
Well. My parents moved here for work, so I got left behind for like 3 years.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, I moved here when I was 5, right? And
Okay.
my mom had me, and she just fucked out of here, like out of China.
Okay.
And then I moved, so it wasn't my choice, I guess. Does that?
Okay.
I was an orphan for a bit.
Okay.
Okay. Mine was also because of family. So my mom, she does something in accounting. I don't know what she does, but she got like a certificate And then I don't actually know why we're here, but I just remember that she was telling me this is like the last time I can extend this work visa thing or whatever it is. And I was like, I don't want this opportunity to go. So I was like, okay.
Okay. I see. All right.
Mine was more of a personal reason, because like it wasn't necessary for me to move, but I was just like at a point in life at the end of year 12, I was like, I felt like I wasn't going to be fulfilled or challenged if I just stayed in Brisbane. So I was like, I just wanted to move. Yeah.
For me, it's because I didn't want to pay international student prices. Yo, it is expensive. Like, okay, I have one friend who like does the same course as me. She pays like 4K for it. I don't have to pay anything because I'm on HEX. So, and like, yeah, at first I was like planning to go to America because the international school that I went to, it's like AP system, so everything's like very American westernized. But then my dad was like, "Hey, you should go here," and I was like, "Okay, if you say so."
Yeah, like I'm low-key scared of America.
No, because my friends are there, and like one of my friends is in New York. Like that place is scary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like every time I see like videos of like New York public transport, I'm like, oh my god, I could never imagine like myself like going to, you know, a uni in, like anywhere in America. It just seems so.
It's a lot.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like, except for Larissa, kind of, it was kind of like the family's decision, or like, would you say, like you was?
I mean, kinda. I was like influenced by my family because, like, you know, I need their money to pay for uni.
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't have a job, so. But also, like, yeah, they were like not for me going to America when I mentioned it because they were like, it's expensive, which like, yeah. One of my friends actually had to transfer unis because she couldn't. Whoa, voice crack first of all. But yeah, one of my friends had to transfer unis because she couldn't like afford the tuition anymore, even with the scholarship, which is crazy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she had 20K scholarship.
20K.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. What uni was this?
I
Name drop.
don't
Name
remember
drop,
the
guys.
name, but it's somewhere in Canada, and I'm just her like tuition was like 40K a year. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Dollar reduce. By the way, we're in Thailand. Our money does not amount to much in other countries.
How did you guys like sort of mentally prepare yourself? So like before you left, how did you guys like react to the news that you had to like go to a different place where you grew up?
I guess in my case, I kind of knew it was coming for a long time. And I think a lot of people, like, because I went to an Australian international school, so a lot of people were kind of in the same boat where it was like accepted that they would be moving away after university. So I think it made it a bit easier. It's like everyone's going their own way, so you don't feel like you're missing out as much. I think, like, one of the big things, like, I guess we'll probably talk about this later, but like when you don't have that friend group, it's kind of hard. But so I think like the best thing to do mentally was like I just had to know that what I wanted to do. And then just like you have to be mentally prepared that like your whole life's gonna change, and it's not that like deep, where it's like you can't come back from it. Just for a while, you kind of like was worried I'd feel a bit lost. But so it's like as soon as I got back, I was like applying for jobs and stuff. It's just making sure you're busy. That's what I like mentally prepared myself for.
I didn't prepare much. I was 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I was old enough to like register how important this change actually is. I thought it was just sort of like moving to a new place and getting new experiences. I think we'll talk about this later, but I was culture shocked quite a lot because I wasn't prepared for much change.
The biggest change was jelly cups. Now I remember, like
Jelly cups.
the canteens had like jelly cups that were purple, and I like had my first one there. I was like, oh my god, this is life changing.
Life changing. Okay, yeah, but I don't think there is much to prepare for. Like as a 10-year-old, you don't really know what's going on. Like I just packed my luggage and I just flew off. So yeah.
I think because it was my choice, it was something I was really excited about. And like, so things that you'd have to prepare for, like finding a place and like moving, that was things I was excited about. So didn't really struggle too much because like I'm kind of used to being independent as well. So it wasn't like
Queen.
too like hard for me.
So, well, considering the fact that I spent like my whole life abroad, it was kind of like big, like, oh, I'm not good, and like, especially coming from an international school in like a country like Thailand, all the students there are like from all different places. So we have like British kids, American kids, kids from China, kids from Korea, like all over the place. So like, oops. So like basically, I don't know, like you could just kind of have to get like prepared for the fact that you're probably not gonna see any of your friends again for like at least a year. And these are like people that you like grew up your whole life with and spent your whole life with, which kind of sucks because it's like, oh, like I've spent every day with you, and like now I'm not gonna see you for like at least 6 months. So that was like big tears, big crying. Girl, I sobbed on my graduation day. Like, yeah, and then the actual moving part. So I've never been to Australia like my whole life, despite being a citizen or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, big surprise.
Thing to think
yeah.
about.
It is because I
Were you
was
born
like,
here? Is that why?
my dad's Australian, and
Okay.
I was born in like Bangkok, I think, and you could do this thing where you like pass your passport down to your kid. So he did that for me, and so that's how I got the like citizenship and stuff. Never been here my whole life. First time I came here was like,
Wait, does Thailand offer dual citizenship? Or
yeah,
is it
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a
I see.
dual girly. I
Yeah.
skipped the immigration lines. Y'all will not see me queuing up. I feel so bougie every time I go past everyone.
Wait, follow-up question. Do you guys still keep in contact with your friends from, like, your previous living
Pre-departure.
areas? Pre-departure.
I do, but it's a big struggle because a lot of my friends are on the other side of the world. So one of my like closest friends, I have a 14-hour time difference with.
Oh my days.
Yeah, and the closest friend to me, the one that I have like the least time difference with, hers is just 3 hours. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's crazy.
I do as well. Like social media makes it really easy for us to keep in contact. But also with some people it's like you have to reach out first, which is like then you get to know like which friendships were meaningful.
Like gonna last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're like up to date on each other's we have each other's WeChat. So I can look at what they're doing like just in their uni and stuff. I think it helps that our parents are friends as well. So my parents my mom, she's like social butterfly, so she's friends with everyone. So every time I go back to China, she organizes dinners with people, so then we can connect. Yeah.
Well, when I go back, my mom goes like, "You were friends with this kid," and I look at them, I just don't remember what they look like. I'm like, "Was I really?" And then she showed me photos. I have so many photos, right? Like, the only like person I remember was like this girl that I shared my milk and cookies with as a preschooler, because she saved me from like this girl who's bullying me as a preschooler. Yeah. I don't know what she looks like anymore. I can't lie. All I remember, she wears like a white dress. It's kind of creepy. Is she a ghost? But
Okay. Yeah. So there's like a couple friends that I keep in contact with, but I feel like it's one of those things at uni where like you slowly drift apart. Like, I see them maybe once. I've seen them like once since high school. So it's like, unless someone like, if I fly to Melbourne where I've got a couple friends from uni, or they come here, it's like not really ever an opportunity to see them. So we like text and like send each other Instagram reels, but that's kind of like as far as some of those relationships go. Just because it's like almost to a point like it's not like practical to, like you can't really be super close because you just live like completely different lives up to a certain point. It's like, yeah, you just like slowly become like real buddies instead of like actual friends. Intentional.
I got a question. Were most of your friends like from the international school, or do you have like any local friends?
So there's like 2 or 3 of my friends that went to Sydney after high school, but like the rest of them, a lot went to like Canada or like Melbourne. There's like a lot of them in Melbourne, but yeah. So I guess they're all technically like also local to Australia, but not many of them came here, which means like I'm kind of on my own. Well, I was kind of on my own, like moving here.
Wait, that sounds so sad.
I know that sounds really sad. That was like not the intention, but like, you know, it's like most of my social group didn't come here, so like coming in, I didn't really know anyone. Is what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, well, we kind of went backwards, but like, I kind of want to know, like, when you first went to like the new place, right? Did you guys think it was like really hard to make new friends? I don't know if that applies to you. I don't know.
Actually, like when I came to Australia, right?
Yeah.
Was it hard to make
Yep.
new friends? I had a really big language barrier, and I feel like
yeah,
because I didn't speak any English.
Yeah.
My mom, the only thing I knew was my name.
No.
That was it. Okay, but it was like, it was scary because, like, I cried. I remember I cried every time I went to like my kindergarten, right? Like to the point that teachers knew who I was because I cried every time. But I think you at some point get used to it because like as a kid, it's really easy to pick up like all the language around you.
True that. Yeah.
I don't know what it was, ESL, like English special learning thing. And I argued with like a kid on how you like pronounce apple, because you know how A is like sound, right? I was like, no, it's apple. And I was wrong, but I didn't admit that. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, how about you guys? Do you find it hard to make new friends or like new connections?
I think so, because I had this sort of same problem. Like, I don't think my like undeveloped frontal lobe registered that like I can't make friends the same way with like Chinese people and like people in Australia, just because the culture is like different. So like I don't know, in China, like I would just go up to someone and be like, yeah. So I did that to like this person
and
in
they're like,
my
what
class,
the fuck?
and they called me a creep.
No.
So I was like, I thought about this moment for like the next like 5. I'm over it now, but it was like I was actually like, I'm very embarrassed.
So did you feel like you had to like act a certain way to, you know, fit in?
Yeah, I think so. Cause in like, I think now like I'm an extrovert. In primary school I was an extrovert, but when I came to Australia, like I started trying to do like the whole like thing. It didn't work out. So like for like 2 years, okay, maybe like 3 years or so, I was just like really quiet because I didn't want to say anything that could upset someone, because I didn't know, like my English wasn't very good. Like I had a really like heavy accent, which is gone now, which is gone now. But I just think I can't communicate well with people, so like I just like stayed quiet. And it was really hard to make friends.
Yeah. Wait, look, this like reminds me of the time when I was like in high school, and then we had a few like international students from like China, and then like I don't know. Tell me if this is weird, but like she would just like start like hitting my butt and like a few other girls, but it was just like a, you know, like a friendly way, and I kind of like I don't know. That's like.
This is exactly what I did with that person. I
And
just
then
didn't want to
she
say it on
ended up getting-
podcast because I was like, is that weird? Like, will I be perceived?
Yeah, and then she ended up getting like pervert allegations.
That's exactly what happened to me. But I was just trying to be friendly.
Is that actually like actually, because I'm like pretty whitewashed, right? So I don't know, that's like a
Yeah.
culture thing that you slap people's butts.
Yeah. It's like you just go up to someone, you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
you just
what's
like
your-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone thought she was so
I
weird.
thought it would be like more like the lower back, like
No, it was the butt.
oh.
The buttocks.
I think also like, because I was in primary school, right? Nobody really like had anything. The 3 jokes were like pee, poo, and fart, you know. Like, so you gotta do something related to these 3 things to be funny. And I was trying to be funny, but it was weird. So
yeah.
don't do that. Yeah.
Don't be pervs. Okay. How are your experiences with making friends?
I think
What's your international student experience? Okay, sorry.
I think it's quite common to struggle with making friends in uni. Like I've heard that from even people who grew up here. But like I struggled, but it was 'cause like I wasn't really seeking out new friends. Like I wasn't trying to put myself out there or anything. Like if you want new friends, unfortunately you have to be the person that like says hi first or asks for their Instagram. I don't know. But yeah, I put myself out there, joined Psych Soc, and now we have friends.
Yeah, that's so true because like in my first year I went to 0 societies and I legit had no friends except for the one still back in high school and like that guy because I had a trip with him. But yes, yeah, even like for people who didn't like move out of state or international, I feel like it's still pretty hard for domestic students to make friends in Sydney because I feel like it's just also like cliquey. But yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
Me personally, I was on the hunt, guys. I don't have family here. I don't have a support system. If something happens to me, I'm gonna be on my own. So I was like, I need friends ASAP. So the second I stepped on campus, kid you not, scanning. And by the way, everyone already knew each other, which is one thing I was like really surprised about. Like, everybody knows each other, and I was like, wow, Sydney's so big, but everybody knows each other, huh? Make it make sense. So I kid you not. Main pathway, I spotted this one girl, made eye contact with her, locked in. Yeah, literally, no. I was like walking up, and the thing is that I kind of have like get socially anxious sometimes. So I was like staring at. Okay, I didn't mean to stare at her, but like.
So you're like,
yeah, no. Imagine you're minding your own business, and this random girl is just staring at you while walking up the pathway. By the way, 3 feet away from you. Yeah, and so I was like.
so did you like talk to her?
I went up and I was like, hey, like, do you know where this is? And she was like, oh, no, I don't know either. I'm new. And she was like,
Oh,
and
that's
then we
cute.
ended up being like, oh, do you want to, like, go look at it together? And now, like, we're close friends and stuff.
Oh,
which
wait,
is
that's
really
so
nice.
cute.
Also, I don't know why, but most of my friends go to UCID, the ones I made here. I don't know how that happened. Like,
Well, how'd you do that?
thank you. That's a really good question. I genuinely, I don't know. Like, 4 of my friends all go to UCID, and I think it's 'cause like my accommodation, that's where I met them, 'cause I'm on an off-campus student accommodation
Right.
that is like right across the road
Okay,
from
yeah,
UTS,
that
and,
makes
like,
that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, 15 minutes away from UCID, so most of my friends are like UCID people, surprisingly. Yeah.
Do you go there often?
Ew.
Okay.
I actually have 2 cents on this topic. I mean, on this question,
Okay.
because like
yeah.
I'm looking in the same situation as Hannah, because I moved here when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, so
where
turns
were you
out
before?
Korea.
Oh, okay.
No, but basically, like, when I was in kindergarten, my dad came to school with me, and then he just like he sussed out all the Korean kids, and he was like, "Hey,
Sussed out all the
you Korean, bro?" And then he dragged them to me, and then they're like friends now. And then so I was like, oh shit, friends now. And then we had like there was just like a whole like Korean group there, and then so my dad was like, alright, that's your new friends. And that's how I made friends.
Nice.
I don't keep in contact with any of them,
Yeah.
but like,
Okay. All right. Anyways, okay. The next question was, did you guys ever feel like very homesick?
I don't like. I was born here and like I did primary school here, so I guess like internally this is probably more home for me than Hong Kong was. Like, I guess not really homesick, but I do miss Hong Kong a lot. But it's hard for me to like differentiate like enjoying the high school experience versus enjoying Hong Kong, because I think like I had a like compared to a lot of people, I had a really positive time in high school. So like I think really highly of Hong Kong just by association. So like I do miss it a lot, and there's like a lot of conveniences there that you just don't get here, that I like crave sometimes, like stores being open after 8 p.m. It's like yeah, anything like at 9 o'clock at night you just can't get here, and it's like everything was open till like midnight over there, and that was like really convenient. So I guess like I miss it, but I wouldn't call it like homesick, because it's more like this is
Yeah.
more my home than Hong Kong was.
Okay. Or like when you, cause like you were born and raised here, kind of.
Yeah.
So when you went to Hong Kong, did you like miss Australia like a lot, or did you just like, well, go like, oh, I don't care, Hong Kong's fun, love life.
Like, well, I was 12, so I wasn't like the super sentimental type at that point, like, you know,
Yeah.
like edgy teenage boy. That's always how it is. Like, oh, I don't care.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I think like I missed certain aspects of it. Like a lot of my friends I would have missed, my family as well. Like I couldn't see my extended family while I was there. But like as like Australia as a place, like my world was so small, 'cause like I could only go where like to soccer on the weekends and then like to school. That was like as far as I could go. So like I didn't really have that much of a world here to miss, more so than anything else. Yeah.
True that. Okay.
so deep.
Wise words.
My homesick experience. Honestly, well, I can't really be homesick if I nearly like. I don't think I'm attached to home in China that much, but I would say I'm people sick. Like not sick of people, but like, like 'cause I remember in like primary school, my friends would be like, "Oh, this weekend I'm spending at like my nana's house, right?" I'm like, "Bro, my nana's house like 7 hours by like plane over the seas." Like when you don't see your relatives for so long, it's like you kind of miss a part of you. So that's like, yeah, that's what I'm sick of.
Yeah. I think I do get homesick, like, especially in like the first few years. Now I get like homesickness, but it's like containable, right? But for the first few years, like I would like just look at my bed and I think, wow, my bed in China was like this, and I would start crying.
No!
because I was like, I kind of missed it a lot. But I did also miss the people, because like you're kind of leaving. Like I think I had a well established like little group.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, in China, but like I kind of had to left it for like people who don't appreciate my but, which is fine, but like I just wasn't used to it. But I did cry a lot when I first came here, but now it's much better.
That's
now.
good to hear.
Yeah.
I think the first few days I moved hit me really hard. Like after my mom left, I was like, damn, like I'm really alone now. Like I have to do everything by myself now. But then, 'cause I was looking forward to it for so long, it went away pretty quickly. Yeah. And I think just like maintaining connections helps a lot. So like I always text my parents, always calling them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of the same for me. When I first moved, like my dad came with me and stuff, but he could only stay for 2 days because he had a conference in America. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. So like, and I moved like a week before like a week or whatever, right? So I was like on my own for the first week, and I was like, okay.
Wait, so you literally went from Thailand to Sydney
I
1
was
week
in
before.
Singapore for a little bit.
Oh,
for like
okay.
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before Sydney?
Yeah. Okay. So I actually graduated like June 2023. So I wanted to start term 3, but then the thing is that I wouldn't be able to attend my graduation day if I decided to come like term 3 and stuff. So I
Okay.
decided to just go for term 1 because I was like, why not? And so yeah, I spent that time in Singapore for a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot what the question was. We, yeah, like, especially 'cause you know, Thailand and Sydney are very different, especially from where I'm from. I'm from like a little city in the mountains. In Chiang Mai, I kid you not, we have 3 malls
Oh my god,
total.
Chiang Mai.
Yeah, do you
I've
know?
never been there, but I want to. I want to go.
I'm taking you with me next time.
Yeah, please do.
It's like very small city. Somehow all the schools know each other, like specifically the international schools.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah, kind of. But like when there's drama at one school, everybody knows. Everybody knows. And like yeah, when I came here, I was like, Mama, like, and also like the food. I miss the food at home and stuff. And like, yeah, and like building onto like what Logan said with the stores and stuff. The 7-Elevens here suck.
Yeah.
No offense. And also
So
like
true.
also the McDonald's, 'cause like in Thailand we can get like rice meals at our McDonald's and stuff, and then here it's just burgers, and I'm like, oh. And even the burgers aren't that good. No offense.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, very true. Okay. Did you guys have any like small rituals or like things that you did to like not feel homesick? No. Or like how, because like were you guys just depressed and you just wanted to go back home, or like you have one?
Kinda. I like whenever I got homesick, I'd like make Thai food at home
Oh,
and stuff.
that's so
yeah.
nice.
'Cause you know I'd be chefing it up or whatever, and also I spam call my mom. She gets annoyed of me, 'cause the girl's like, she's working and whatever, and I'd be calling, and she always picks up for me, and she's like in the middle of like a supermarket, 'cause she like ships in product internationally and sells them at like supermarkets and stuff. And then I'd be calling her, and she'd be like stocking the shelves, and I'd be like, Mom, what'd you do today? Yeah. Or like I just text or like send voice messages to my friends, just like talking about what I've done, 'cause like I miss them. Yeah.
What do you usually cook?
Um
But I
Cause-
fucking love Thai food. It's like
I'll
I love
make
it
you
so much.
some. I do green curry or alor. I do green curry or alor. No, I do like green curry and like there's this like I always guys there's some words I cannot say in English no matter how. Do you know the? My friends are gonna make fun of me. Vermit. Yeah. No, cause my mom whenever I always say the name like for the Thai version, right, which is just like Wunsen, and but my mom, when she say it in English, my mom like also Thai speaking learned English, when she was an adult, and she would say vermicelli, so I would say vermicelli, and I only learned recently that's vermicelli, so I was like, what?
I thought it was vermicelli.
Yeah, cause why is it spelled like that? That's another thing. I have like
Like you know like the noodles.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, cause like, why silent letters? First of all, who invented them? I have beef.
Anyone else? No. So you guys were just depressed, and you guys didn't do anything to help that.
WeChat video call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to play Minecraft and show my grandma my Minecraft world through like Skype. Oh, I Skype my grandma so much. Like my top 2 Skype contacts was my Minecraft friend, my grandma. Yeah, that's it. Do you have anything?
Calling.
Okay. All right. Oh, the sun. Okay. What is this question? I can't even read the screen, man. Okay. So, would you guys want to go back home like anytime soon, or like back to Hong Kong maybe? Like anytime soon, like in the next year or so. Yeah.
Bro, I'm sick of Korea. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of Korea so much. Bro, the relatives there, looky.
Your grunkle?
My grunkle PMO, bro. Holy crap. I went there last year and I was there alone for like 10 days and I was like, man, I want to go back to Australia. Like, I was in Hongdae as well. Like, I was living in Hongdae, bro. And like, okay. Hey, what the hell?
She's not open-minded.
Yo,
She's not
What's with
open-minded.
this, like, why aren't you open-minded, you know? Yeah, I was living alone in Hongdae. But bro, like, I don't want to go back to Korea anytime soon. Maybe like, I'll give like a cool down on like 2 years. I don't think I want to go back.
Cool down.
Yeah, 'cause like, don't you have that thing? It's like you go back and you only like visit relatives, and then you're like, man, why? This is like the great South Korea that everyone talks about, but then I go back and I have to
Yeah.
see the relatives, and I'm like, man, I love you guys, but sometimes, like, shout out to Grunkle, like you PMO, man.
That's crazy.
Thanks.
Would you want to go back to Thailand anytime soon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause like I could get a meal for under $1 here. The food prices is what shocked me when I first came. I was like, whoa.
So true.
Groceries are $50 and I only got 4 things. Hello? No, thank you.
Yeah. Too real.
Yeah. Also, like, guys, I'm not built for the winter. I'm built in like 36-degree humid weather. Like, and I was still wearing hoodies.
36 degrees. I'm like boiling. 36 degrees is like your body temperature. You're like nearly boiling.
You know what was winter for me? Winter for me was when it hit 32 or 27 degrees. Yeah.
Bruh, 27 degrees. I'm naked on the floor, puffing and huffing. Holy.
That's actually so interesting.
Yeah.
I got sick so often during my first winter here. Guys, I was...
Yeah, you're not used to like the climate.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Would you want to go back to Brisbane soon or Gold Coast?
I tend to go back like every holiday or second holiday 'cause my family
Oh yeah.
and friends are there. And I think it's like 'cause I was born in Thailand as well and my grandma lives there. So I'm kind of used to like going back and forth between places 'cause we used to visit her like every year. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Sweet. China?
I always do like like the yearly motherland trip. I always do that at the end of the year. Yeah, it's like a month. You think that'd be boring, but honestly, there are like a lot of things to do. just not just in your city, but like I'm planning to go to other cities as well, because like China's really freaking big, right? So there are lots of things to do. There's always some new technology when you go. Like last time, it's the pay methods in China are like crazy, because you know how like here
They
you
have
go,
like WeChat Pay.
WeChat. There's a new thing. I went back last time and I felt like a caveman because I didn't know. Right? So like basically, if you have your phone out, you just need to like, you don't even need to open any apps. You know how like your here in Australia you gotta like double tap your thing. You don't even need to open any apps. You just like put your phone on it and it pays. And I'm like,
what?
That's like dodgy as fuck.
Yeah, but what if someone else's phone just like happens to be closer than your phone, and
I
they
feel like
just
the
like
craziest thing is that you can pay with your face. Like,
wait, what?
yeah, like I walk into a stop. I was like, there's like face card, literally a face card. Like you literally like walk into like a shop. I think it's
Face
like
card
Aldi,
payment.
and like a local Aldi, right? And like you walk in, you put the stuff on, like it's similar to like Olive Young in Korea. Like you put the stuff. You put the stuff on the thing, right? You don't need to scan it. It knows what it is. Like the Uniqlo scanners, right?
Oh,
And then you just look at it, and it's like paid, and I walk out. Or something. Like I feel like I'm robbing that shop every time, but it takes money out of me.
What the hell? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wait, but if you go like on yearly China trips, isn't that like really expensive or?
my mom pays.
Okay.
Thanks, mom.
Nice.
I think last year I went back like 2 or 3 times. Like just every holiday, I'll go for like 10 days, and I'll come back. Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever want to go back to Hong Kong?
I would want to go back, but like I don't have the funds to support that kind of hobby. Like flights alone are already like, that's like 3 months of savings just to like afford flights.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy the trip that much to like justify spending like 1.2 grand on a flight. So it's like, if it was funded, I definitely would. But while I have to like work for it, I don't think it's like viable.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
They like yeah, like flights are expensive. I tried to go like every break, but also like it's not viable for me because our breaks aren't long. Yeah, our breaks aren't long too, and also like when I go back, I go for my family, but I also mostly go for my friends, cause like my friends that do have family in Thailand, we all come back to Chiang Mai and stuff. But the thing is, semesters, we all have different holidays. So when my friends are there, I'm not there, and when I'm there, my friends aren't there. So it's
Guys, I actually hate how we're going back to semesters in 2028.
After we
Like
leave.
yeah, legit.
Oh, Yolanda's still here.
5 years?
Talk about your uncles.
Let's not talk about my uncles. But I will still be here when they go back to semesters. Haha.
Wow. Are you doing? Is it 'cause you do law?
Also, I transferred. I went out of law, so I started a new degree. But anyways, not relevant. If you want to hear more about this, go to Freudian Slip episode 2.
Okay, you got the numbers in your brain and everything. Okay. Does anyone here like live in accommodations like by themselves? Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. How is it like? How is it like living by yourself, like without your family? Like, does it get like really lonely sometimes?
guys, I'm so sick and tired of cooking, even though like
Yeah.
my place is tiny. Yo-Yo's been in it. It's tiny. I have a mini bar fridge for an actual fridge. I kid you not. Yeah, I do get lonely, but then like I said, I just spam call my mom and stuff. And yeah, and like, you know, I also have like other friends, because like my whole building is like international kids, so we're all people that don't have family here. So like whenever we're like alone, we just go seek out each other and stuff. So that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
I used to live alone. It wasn't like a student accommodation. It was just a small studio. It was so tiny. But then I moved out. And now I have a housemate. And I think that kind of helps. Because at first I was like, oh, I don't really want to share my space with other people. And also I've heard like horror stories. But as long as you find a good person, like she's really clean, we respect each other. And she has a cat. Like,
Is she a uni student as well?
no, she's like older.
Oh my
but
god.
yeah, she's still nice. We cook sometimes, and like, it's also safer knowing like you have someone to go home to.
True,
like,
true. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Okay, when you first came to Australia, or when you like went to, you know, post departure, have you felt any culture shocks? So if so, what were they?